I was at a very turbulent point, actually, in my life, in the sense that back in 85, 86, 87, I come out of my first marriage feeling like, okay, that's not supposed to happen in my family. My parents were married for, 56 years, my brother for whatever, 20, my sister for 15 at that point. And I was at the San Francisco Examiner kind of waiting in line hoping to become the Metropolitan editor, which I had set my heart on. And I didn't get the job, and it was, really devastating. Put me in hospital at the time, and got me off meeting an old thinker in San Francisco who was a well-known guy, Joe Miller, who was in the Theosophical Society and used to lead these walks in Golden Gate Park. And, a lot of people would come to him, and I got an audience with him. And went around to see him. And I really had my first experience of meeting somebody who listened so powerfully, kind of with this part of his body, that he evoked something from me when he asked me, look, if you came to you with what's in you now, what would you say? And without even thinking about it, these words just came out. Well, I would try to live closer to my heart and walk in the path of my fear. Oh, said Joe, I understand the first part, but what do you mean by the second part? And again, really, without thinking, I said, well, I've always been afraid to be alone. And I think that's motivated me to do certain things or not do certain things, or, withhold myself or make a bad choice. So I said, I think I'm afraid to be alone, and so walking the path of my fear would be to be alone. And as I said it, I thought to myself, aha, I know what I have to do. I have to sail to Hawaii by myself. I have the boat. I could do that if I just decide to do it. And at that moment, Joe Miller said, in the way that people do when they're signaling you got what you came for, he said, well, thank you very much for coming to see me today. And I left, and I remember writing in my notebook as I left, I've seen Joe Miller, and I know I have to go to Hawaii, because I thought if I sail alone, then this problem that I think I have will be cured, and I'll be, on the other side of something. Was it for me? Was it for Joe? Was it for my father? Was it, in light of my failed marriage? Those got discovered along the way, insofar as they applied. And I think the big discovery for me was that actually I wasn't afraid to be alone. I was really good at it.